Alright, so I should probably keep this brief. I do have a Return to Bethel, Japan quest right now. However, the Return of the True Demon right here. Which, it's kind of right over here at level 48, and as we know, my character is at level 50. Anyways, welcome back to Shin Megami Tensei 5. I have not played in an entire week. I'm gonna go and initiate the ominous presence here. Let's investigate. And who are we going to fight? Is it going to be one of them, or all of them, is the question. One of them. Okay, so it's probably the same order as it was in Shin Megami Tensei 3.
I am the White Rider of the Four Horsemen. I have been summoned here from another place and time.
Hello, White Rider.
To defeat the Four Horsemen is to open the door to the future. Those were his words.
Cool.
As it stands, the time has come to prove yourself. I wonder, are you truly capable of defeating us?
I mean, I think so. I'm like 2 levels over.
Come, cast your fear to the wind. White Rider shall reveal the truth.
Let's do it. I forgot your gimmick from the 3rd game, but let's find out. I'm gonna use the Spyglass immediately after you hit me, I guess. Call Angel. Okay, so you summon teammates. Alright. And then also Ragnarok, so it's a fire move, which I am weak to, unfortunately. And Idun is dead immediately. So we need to bring in people who probably resist light first and foremost, so let me do that real quick. What I also need to do is probably use items. So let me just use a light block for now, just to prevent any light moves from the angels. So he has fire moves and also light, so I did use the light block correctly. And he also has Dekaja to remove stat buffs on foes, so we should probably worry about buffing ourselves. And he repels fire and is weak to lightning, so we need to bring in some lightning moves. So Ragnarok again, we do need to get some fire blocks. I do have some fire teammates actually, and Artemis is also weak to fire, so I probably should have considered that. You have some heals, so I do need to get rid of the angels. And then you have more attack downs. Okay, so right now we are in a pretty bad situation here. Blocking fire would be very incredible here as well. Maybe the Onyo Kapan could work as a support, but I need to bring in healing first and foremost, because right now I'm not looking too good, even if my defenses are pretty strong. Yeah, I'm gonna guard, and then you will switch out to someone who has fire and also resists light. So let me go for... Ooh, Mazionka is actually really good here. Oh, we do get a block there. Interesting. Okay. So attack is weak, of course. Of course they attack as soon as I get the guy who's weak to attack. Okay. But that's why Onyo Kapan can redirect attacks while also buffing our attack as well. So we get a block there and a couple resists. So we're fine. We just skip their turn. So we're in a very good position now. King of Tails on Yoshitsune. So that you now have a max attack there. I thought it was just 2 attack, but no, it just brings you up to full. So Onyo Kapan is an amazing teammate for this fight. Because I'm weak to fire, I should guard at any time possible. So now we get God's Bow, which is a light hit that does kill. And then there's Makarakarn. Okay, I need to bring someone who blocks light, and then use Onyo Kapan to redirect attacks to that light ally. That is very interesting. Even though Makarakarn is a magic reflector, it affects Draco Strike, even if it's a strength-based move. So does King of Tails, and I wonder what happens if 2 people draw hostility, right? So normal hit, okay. And then Ragnarok, which is fine because we block. Perfect. I'm gonna take down the angels immediately, turn Draco Strike again to extend turn, and then you will go for a Severing Bite on the other Dominion. So a Dark Gem should work. There we go. And then you'll go for a supercharged Medea to overheal. Perfect. Call Angel again, which is fine because we can just kill the other Angel. You're probably going to Medea immediately, right? I don't know when you use Medea, but there's a God's Bow, which is resisted, and you survived because of Enduring Soul. So even if you resist, it still is a one-shot. So I need to be very... That was a misclick. I misclicked. That wasn't on purpose, that was a misclick. Oh well, I guess we'll miss that turn then. I could just cut until something interesting happens, because right now we're kind of at a stalemate. And then a Meteorama, which heals. This sucks, honestly. I can't do much with the angels there, and he just summons them back in every turn. I might just get a better opening. God's Bow, I resist, but I die. Okay, so I need to bring in a better opening there. I might just cut everything else. I looked through every single essence, and there's not one essence that I have so far that blocks simultaneously fire and light. So what I could just do is just get the Senri. Just the Senri essence to block light, and also no weakness to fire. This fight should go much better. Okay, let's do it again. So call Angel, and I figured that I might as well bring in my powerful physical team here, and then we're gonna go for the Acrobat Kick, and then the main character shall use Inflaming Divinity on Yoshitsune to fully buff them, and then Yonryo Kappan can use a King of Tails on the main character because I resist light, or block it rather. And now you can go for a Hasotobi to do huge damage, and then Dakine can go for the Acrobat Kick to take down the Angel, and then you can go for maybe an Evergreen Dance to build up the Magatsuki gauge, and then you can go for just a magic move here. I'm not sure if it affects Draco Strikes, but might as well try, right? Let's see what happens. So Ragnarok, we get a block there, skip the turn, and then Makara Karn to put up a magic barrier, and then a Miurama to pretty much fully heal, so all of our damage is pretty much gone there. I will probably fully heal myself with an Ambrosia here, to then go for Hasotobi for huge crits. And I should really get some dark moves. Honestly, I'll just use the dark gems instead because I have an overabundance of them. And then I will go for the Severing Bite to probably get a kill there. We get a 700 damage move there, which is amazing. And then I'll go for a Megaton Press to possibly miss, and there we go. So now we have 5 actions next turn. And now we have the Magatsuki gauge filled as well. Normal hit, that's fine. Matsurundo, which is an attack down, who cares? And Ragnarok, which is blocked. Perfect. So now we will go for the Amakatoki. Yeah, critical's fine, because we have so many actions right now. Might as well make the most use out of it. So we will go for the Dark Gem, and then I will go for Severing Bites for huge insta-kill damage potential there. And then we can go for a Diomita just to heal. And then you can go for the Hasotobi for big critical damage. And now we can simply go for the Acrobat Kick. You are weak to lightning, however I don't really have lightning moves at the moment, but who cares, I'm doing so much it doesn't even matter. Instead of passing your turn all the time, you can just go for the Electric Gem here to do some critical damage. And then Hasotobi again maybe. I could also go for the Megaton Press to miss so I can go again next turn, but I still get the hit anyway so it doesn't matter. And then I can go for maybe Fatal Sword. And then one final Severing Bite for huge damage, almost killing outright. And now you will call an Angel, which will waste a single turn. And now you will go for an Amakatoki critical effect. So all I really need to do at this point is not miss, which I probably won't. But there we go, we get a hit there. And then I can probably play it safe and go for a turn extension with the Electric Gem here. And then I will go for another Electric Gem to almost kill. And then maybe Hasotobi, sure. Boom. And then we get the kill there. And we win. From a horrible stalemate fight to death from insta-kill to pretty much a rush-down victory with just going full physical. I love physical moves in this game. I cannot wait until Anya Kappan gets the Donim Gladi. But we get small Glare Crystals, a Strength Bomb, and a couple thousand Maka. And we obtained the Menorah of Compassion.
Fiend, White Rider. Status eliminated. He spoke of proving yourself. Does that mean we are expected to defeat the other 3?
Makes sense to me. That's
so
what happened
he
last
carried the
time.
menorah of compassion. I felt nothing of the sort coming from him.
Oh yeah, no compassion.
Or perhaps compassion in this case was his refusal to hold anything back.
Perhaps. Certainly didn't hold back healing himself, that's for sure. But we now have the Fiend White Rider unlocked for fusion, and my elemental wants to talk to me. I should probably fuse you sometime, because I never use you for anything. I offered a few boxes just to power up a few of my demons here, but we got the Onyko Pawn powered up, which hopefully it's... well, I guess Vitality's good too. I also gave some Lavish Demon boxes to my Yoshitsune guy over there, because he hard carried the last fight. He's awesome. He did only gain Magic and Agility though, or Luck rather, so... Magic and Luck... probably not the best, because he doesn't even need luck that much, because he's gonna guaranteed crit anyways, but it's nice anyways for the Megaton Press, I suppose. But now we should probably head out to maybe go and get the Abscess over here, or go back to Tokyo. But honestly, I think the Abscess is probably the easiest target to get right now. Oh, whoops, apparently I got 120 Me-Man, so I got a Thunderburst Essence. And now I need 125 for the next reward. So, I do know what the Thunderbird is. It's kind of mediocre, I guess. It wasn't really anything too crazy. But now I get the Fiend White Rider as a special fusion, which I do believe I can get right now, probably. So let me check it out. Level 43. Okay. It requires a Matador, a Power, and an Eligor. which will give me 4 horsemen. When switching to a demon with 4 horsemen, all buffs and support effects on itself will be granted to the switched ally. And you also have God's Bow, which has a chance to insta-kill, Agadine, which is a heavy fire to one foe, Menorah, which is medium fire to all foes, and Mahamon, which is a heavy light attack to all foes. So very light and fire focused, and you do have Fraikugo, which is very strong. You also have Dakaja, physical block, and mana aid. Physical block is very valuable, and Dakaja is also valuable, because not many people get Dakaja to begin with, so it is always nice to have people with it. But the fact that it's level 43 really decentivizes me from using it, so I will be skipping over this for now. If I need it later, I will get it later, of course. Yeah, I probably skipped over this last episode, but since I'm level 50, I now have access to Yirlangur, Floros, Dominion. I do need some more light, I suppose, and you also block lightning, which is pretty cool. So, will I get these? The question is, maybe. Yeah, I've decided Oribus and Isis, even though I do like the healing with Isis, and also Oribus I did just get previously. You don't really block anything, so you're not that valuable, so I could just get the Erlanger right now. And you do have some pretty valuable skills. You do have Dairahan to heal, and you also have Bufudine, Zyodine, and I can also give you Agadine, so I can have 3 elements of heavy damage. And your magic is also incredible with 51 magic right there. So honestly, I could just make you a heavy magic damage dealer here, both Dakaja and Dakunda, so that I can cleanse buffs on enemies and also cleanse debuffs on allies. So let's go for this.
Is this demon?
Hello, worm guy. You sound funny. So which one do I talk to? The left one or the right one? Or both? Are you both sentient? I got so much powder I can taste it! And you do get resist ice, which I don't really want because resist fire would be more valuable with your fire weakness there. And you're also weak to whatever that is. I forgot. But yeah, we don't need resist ice. And now we have the necessary demon to perform a new special fusion, which is the Drake Hydra. That was cool, I didn't even intend for that. So at level 53 we get the Hydra, which is pretty close. I mean, theoretically I could get it at this moment if I really want to, because I have a lot of items to level up myself. But I don't really want to do that. And with Oberon and Succubus I can get myself the Dominion, which isn't that difficult. Do you really need heal Pleroma with Dairahan though? Because you don't need the enhanced effects if it's a full heal anyways. So yeah, let's just go with this.
Here's to working together.
Awesome. So now we get Shockbound, which is a 2 to 5 weak electric attack, so let me get rid of that. And here's a token of my esteem. This reminds me of something, actually. Another life stone, of course. In Shin Megami Tensei 3, I was talking to a Dominion, and he said, "Hey, could you spare me an extra life stone?" He says, "Thank you very much. And then, I can offer you this. A life stone." I give him a life stone, and then he gives me back a life stone. And then in this game too, he gives me another life stone. What is with this guy in life stones? Oh yeah, I'm also inheriting Hayataro's essence onto Onyakapan. That way I can get this guy physical block to negate his physical weakness here. And also some lightning moves could be useful as well, so he's not literally just doing buffs from now on. And also resist force is nice because he didn't resist force before. Unfortunately, there's no physical resist, so physical block is the next best thing.
How is this?
Oh yeah, I also got a strength bomb from that fight, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let me just increase strength a little bit. And now I have a bunch of glory crystals, I suppose. There we go. I do have some Gospels, which I could use, but I also don't want to use them. And then I also have Grimoires, which I could use to increase everyone to level 50 that I really like. So let me do that. So Artemis level 50, Yoshitsune level 50, Dakini level 50, and Lamu level 50. Now what I should do is probably explore this south area down here, because there is a few boxes that we have not picked up actually. So if I head around this corner right here, there's going to be a bunch of Orthruses. I do remember your name this time. I remember calling you guys Chimeras last episode by accident, so I had to correct that by putting text on screen just to correct that mistake. But anyways, there does seem to be boxes there. I don't necessarily know how to get in there though, but let me just probably loop around these guys and avoid them, and then we should be able to just make our way inside of this little zone here. Okay, this is probably where I need to go. Yeah, okay. So if I jump around, there should be a hole somewhere, which there we go. We got ourselves the 2 boxes here, which has a life drain gem. Okay. And also fire gems. Okay, pretty solid elemental damage to one foe. But anyways, I'm here where I came for, the Abscess. I have no idea what's in this Abscess, so let's just go in there and find out. So there are some Orthrus and Oses here. Oh my goodness! I pretty much got the weaknesses covered because I have an elemental team. Let's go and fight you! Okay, let's see what you're all about. So it is 2 Madagassars, which we do know they are weak to some ailments, but let me get a refresher here. So we're going to go for a Spy Glass to display the info, and you have Virus Carrier, Toxic Cloud, Macaricorn, and Poison Adept. So you're just going to be poisoning and killing us that way, so we need to be very careful about that. But if we confuse or charm you, we will be fine. Ironically enough, my own Madagassar has Sexy Dance to inflict charm on all foes, while also blocking poison. So if I bring you in as opposed to someone else, I suppose, then it could work. But because you guys are weak to light, I can just go for a Hamon to do good light damage. And then I can go for maybe a King of Tails, perhaps. But also, I need to block, most importantly. Is there any poison blocks? I don't think there is. So, unfortunately, I will probably have to change you out into my Madagassar. Because if I block their poison moves, then they can't poison me in return. I also need to bring in someone who can heal poison as well. Eden doesn't block poison, but she does have heals and also a very powerful buff to the entire party, so that would be fine. I will also probably go for... I need something that removes their press turn icons, probably. There are some gems here, so what if I use a seal gem? Okay, we get a miss, of course we do. What else would happen? But I'll go for the Hamon. And then I'm gonna go for maybe the Sexy Dance. And we do get the weakness off on the left guy. So let's see what happens. So Macaricorn, which is a magic reflecting barrier, that's fine. And then also a nearby Magatsuki gauge fill. Okay, that's fine. Because what we can do here is actually go for the Omagatoki critical effect because, well, melee attacks aren't affected by magic reflecting barriers anyways, so might as well just beat them to a pulp with a severing bite. And then you can't really do anything but use, I guess, Matabukaja to increase the attack. And then you can go for another Sexy Dance, perhaps. We get a miss there, unfortunately. But we can go for a Golden Apple to increase the attack to everyone for maximum effect. So I can just hit really hard here. And then I will go for, I guess, another item, huh? Can't go wrong with another Seal Gem, right? And we get the Seal off, which is probably better than Charming, actually. So let's see what happens. So Macaricorn, Magic Reflecting Barrier, and now they can't do anything because their skills are sealed, which they were going to go for a Toxic Cloud. So that was a perfect turn there. So let me go for maybe a pass here, or an item, actually. Item would be better. Just a light shard. Oh, you reflect light. That's right. Oops. Oh well. I'll just have to use a Amrita Shower probably. Cures ailments to all allies. This is the best place to use it because if we take poison damage, we will just die. So let's not have that happen. Let me check if you're reflecting. You are not, so that's perfect. Let me just kill one of them first and foremost. Go for more Sexy Dances. We get the weakness off, which is very great. And then we will refresh our buff with Golden Apple. And then I can go for an Evergreen Dance to increase the Magatsuki gauge, and then another Hamon just to extend the turn once more, and then probably Sexy Dance again, I suppose. We get a miss there, that's fine. But let's see what happens. Macaricorn, swooning. Oh cool, thanks. And Macaricorn again. That's fine. I guess I won't be targeting that guy then. Light Gem. Hamon. Sexy Dance, because that's not reflected. Light Gem. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going for the light gems, why not? I mean, they can't heal themselves, right? So just go for the most damage possible, and then we're good. And then continue to go for the charm there, and then we're good. I could just go for a guard here, I guess, I don't know. But we get the Magatsuki gauge filled once again. There's a Toxic Cloud here, which does poison us, unfortunately. But, I mean, I won't die from poison, right? But just to be safe, full HP recovery elements. Oh, cool, perfect. Well, that solves that problem. Light Shard. And the Dominion might be able to just get a kill here, probably, because your magic is really high and you do pretty good damage as well. And then you're out of Sexy Dances, so I'll just go for a Donum Magic Heal on that Dominion instead. And then you will go for a Refresh on the Golden Apple. And then maybe I'll get a kill Severing Bite. Boom, we get the crit due to my high luck. And then we get a kill here. Wonderful. And then we'll go for another Donum Magic on myself by accident. I didn't mean to do that because my mouse is on screen. Whoops. But I'll go for the lower attack, which doesn't really matter because you'll go for poisons anyways. But you are confused. We're not really confused, but you are swooning, and you give myself a Macaricorn. Very nice. Let's just go for the Severing Bite. No crit, that's fine. We'll just go for the Hamon, and then you will go for the Donum Magic on the Dominion. And then you can probably change out to someone who can do something else, which would be Artemis, because she does have the Somersault to lower defense. And then we'll go for the Hamon to do good damage, and then we'll go for another Donum Magic. Now you use Toxic Cloud, which misses the main character, which means I don't care what happens to my teammates. They could die for all I care. Let's go for the Severing Bites, and let's see how much damage they actually do with poison. Nothing, actually, because I killed them. Awesome. We get the Amrita Shower back, which I just used, so that's perfect, because I didn't literally run out of those, so that's fine. And now we have Deathly Aura 3, Art of Intervention, Almighty Mastery 3, and Physical Mastery 3. Perfect. There's also probably a Makatsui rail somewhere around here, so let me find that and then go up to the next area. That was easy, it's right here. Let's examine, get the rail, and I love how the collection points literally tell you exactly where the rails are because of the red glowing light, so that is very convenient, and this should take me to exactly where I need to go, unless this is actually just a fast travel point to a previous zone, actually. So, I suppose that's fine. I mean, I can't say no to these, but it is not what I was looking for. Here we go. So this should be the right rail, right? Because this is another rail and it's pretty close to the place I want to go. So surely this is what I want. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. And it's taking me down here, actually. I thought it would be somewhere up there, I suppose, like on top of that building, for instance. But we get 3 boxes here, which probably have something valuable, right? Lavish Demon Box, pretty nice. That's a free level up to Affinity. Small Glow Crystals, and a Fire Gem, which I did just use on the Mitama off camera, so I suppose that's fine, I guess. I got 2 Grimoires out of it, which I think levels up the demon, so that's pretty cool. And now, since I've done mostly everything, the only thing left is probably to explore the northern area. But I don't know, should I explore the city right now or just go back to Tokyo? Because there are quests I need to do. But I think to progress the story, I think I will just head back to Tokyo right now, because I've done pretty much most of the things I wanted to do at the current moment, which was get the abscess. So I will head to Tokyo and then complete the whatever they want me to do over there. Alright, speak to me, buddy. What do you got to say for me this time around? Let's see.
Director Kojimizu, what happened?
What happened? That's a good question.
It's you. I'm glad you're back.
Okay, what is it?
Miyazu Atsuta has been abducted from the hospital.
Oh.
Based on the security camera footage on site, we've identified the one responsible as Konsu from Bethel's Egyptian branch.
Konsu.
It's okay. I can sense that Miyazu is still safe. But why would the Egyptian branch take her?
It's always Miyazu, too.
If I had to venture a guess, it's because Konsu wants to become a Nahobino.
Oh.
Become a Nahobino?
Like me.
Perhaps the time is right to inform you. Eons ago, the gods were gifted with both eternal life and the knowledge of good and evil. In those days, they were known as Nahobino. However, the Creator ordered the forfeiture of Nahobino's knowledge. Thenceforth, they regressed into demons. Well, you see, the Creator sealed the demon's knowledge within the Garden of Paradise, inside a forbidden tree.
Oh, great.
But then came a serpent, who tempted the garden's inhabitants to eat of the tree's fruit, and thus consume its knowledge.
The classic Adam and Eve story.
From then on, that knowledge was bound to the human soul, and is still passed down throughout the generations, or so the tale is told. In any case, the demons of then and now yearn to reclaim what was lost, and so seek human souls. Yet the union of man and demon remains prohibited, because those who bear knowledge, namely a Nahobino, pose a threat to God's established order.
Doesn't that mean that he would be considered a threat as well? And Konsu too.
Konsu's intentions have yet to be made clear, but they will once you confront him directly. I've assessed that retrieving Miyazu Atsuta is of great importance to the Japanese branch.
Yeah, it seems pretty obvious.
I would like all of you to join Yuzuru Atsuta in rescuing her.
Sure.
Where is Yuzuru now?
Yeah, we've done it once, so let's do it again.
He was understandably upset by this development, so he and Dazai returned to the dorm. I've already sent word that you'd be returning soon yourselves. I recommend meeting with them at the dorm to discuss these events.
Speaking of Dazai, when will he be in the party? I've yet to see him join our party. This entire game.
Before that, there's something that's been bothering me ever since we started tracking down the Kadishtu. Do you know someone named Shohei Yakumo?
Yes, he's carried out a number of attacks on Bethel-affiliated facilities. Why do you ask?
He does seem to be hostile toward Bethel, but he hasn't attacked us. Actually, he's helped us. I think there's more to his actions than just undermining Bethel itself.
I see. I'll look into it.
Thank you.
But for the time being, I would like you to focus on rescuing Miyazu Atsuta. Even within Bethel, the Egyptian branch remains enigmatic. The slightest opening could prove fatal. So, stay cognizant of the danger.
Didn't we also get a quest about the Egyptian branch before? Something about Cleopatra, I guess? That was like level 60 though, as a side quest, so we now have the accepted quest, Rescue Miyazu Atsuta. But yeah, it seems like we're taking a pause on the Salt investigation and focusing on Bethel, Egypt right now. So, let's go to their dorm and talk to Yuzuru Atsuta. You're back now, right?
Atsuta's been pretty beat up over his sister getting taken.
Miyazu's gone again. I couldn't protect her this time either.
Hey, cheer up. It all worked out last time, so I'm sure it will this time too.
This guy is the optimism, I like that.
And you got us behind you, so let's just...
These are demons we're talking about. If you underestimate your enemy, you'll just get yourself killed.
That's partially true.
Sorry. I didn't mean to sound all carefree or anything. I was just trying to make you feel better.
We will save Miyazu. You can't give up just yet. I mean, literally, we did do it before, so it's not going to be difficult, because I don't think they'll kill her. I don't think that's their end goal. Their main goal is just to take her for something. We don't know what, though.
Come on, man. He thinks you still got a chance, right?
Exactly. Bro, no one cares about him.
Do you? Do you really think there's still time? That we can save Miyazu?
Obviously. I'm literally a Nahobino. I can do anything. Yeah, look at that. I'm nodding.
See, I told you he did. He does, and I do too. So let's go get her, man.
Come on, grab that hand, bro. Yeah!
Thank you. And Dazai, I really am sorry.
No worries. Honestly, kinda cool. Nice to see you're a normal guy. Honor student and all.
Alright, enough with the honor student. We're friends now, aren't we? Call me Yuzuru.
Oh, totally. We're buddies. Yuzuru. So it's only right you call me Ichiro then.
I guess you could call me Lenogi, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Okay, we just got word back. We've got a good idea where Miyazu is.
If we're gonna go save her, then we'd better be quick.
So, does everyone join the party?
You mean you want to come along with us? Thank you. Then let's move.
We're gonna get a full human party? Is that what I'm getting here?
Young man, though I am an artificial construct, I am aware of the concept of siblings and familial relationships.
Oh yeah, great. That makes things way easier to explain.
Therefore, I can comprehend Yuzuru Atsuta's distress at his sister's abduction. He must be carrying pain in his heart, as any other person would. Though I cannot be certain, as I do not have a heart. Apologies for the unnecessary discussion. Let's be off to the Egyptian branch. We will save your friends from their suffering.
Let's go do that. Hello, Gremlin. Get on my face. And now we have the crossing point registered at Bethel, Egypt approach. And we get Yuzuru Atsuta as a guest character, and also Ichiro Dazai as a guest character. Finally!
Looks like this is the Egyptian branch's forward base. Miyazu should be here somewhere.
But here's the problem. We now have a lot of human characters in the team, but at the same time, level 44. Wow. I mean, I suppose it's fine. But let's see this guy's abilities. Beginner's Luck. Increases damage when attacking a target that has an ailment. Okay, so it's basically just Venom Chaser as an innate skill, but for every element. That's really good. And then you also have Mahamon, which is heavy light attacks all foes. Mirage Shot, which has a chance to inflict Mirage. And you also have Zanma, Trefury, Cautious Cheer, raises defense accuracy and evasion of all allies. Amazing. And also Toxic Cloud, which has a chance to inflict poison. Yeah, literally just... You are just a Venom Chaser character here. And you also get Poison Additive later on, so you're really fun, actually. This is my exact playstyle that I like. I'm going to keep you on the team. And then we also have Yuzuru Atsuta, which has Pinpoint Vitals, which just raises the accuracy and critical rate. I think we've seen most of this from his boss fight himself, so we know what most of these do already. Carnage Fang is literally just Hayataro's attacks and Sunder's Radiance and Witness Me. Like, all of those, we already know what those do, but that's pretty cool. I will be using them even if they are lower level because I just want to experiment with how fun they can be. Let's use our human teammates. Now, we could, of course, use all human teammates if we really wanted to, but I don't think that would be very optimal. But just because it's fun, sure, let's just go all humans. It's just the fun way to do things. But anyways, we do have an objective over here immediately for some reason. Oh, it's you! Hello, Isis. Stop right there. I am Isis of Bethel, Egypt. And who are you?
Hey.
I'm Yuzuru Atsuta. You have my sister here, and I'm taking her back. It is you, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. She is staying here of her own free will. Oh, really? What?
Hey.
Yuzuru, don't let her trick you. You can't trust anything a demon says. Ichiro.
Thank you.
You're right. I was almost just misled by a demon again. Thanks. Hey, that's what friends are for, if it's not stopping each other from making dumb mistakes, right?
Go!
Alright, out of our way, freaks! Justice is about to be served! How barbaric! And let's take her out. We did have an Isis literally before, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And we also have a couple of these snakes right here, the Lamias. But I will go for the Inflaming Divinity on Ichiro, because he'll be doing some good damage, I suppose. And then you will go for the Witness Me to give the taunt effect on yourself. And then you will go for maybe a Mirage Shot, perhaps, but I'm pretty sure you block fire or something like that. You don't, though, so let me just go for the fire. And we got the Mirage there, which is perfect. Okay, I'll just go for the attack down because I don't have the right move for this. I do have some ice, though, so I could use that. We get a Zanma here, which is a miss there because of the Witness Me evasion. Perfect. And then normal hits, so Yuzuru is fine. Ice Draco Strike on the Lamia, which I do know is a weakness there. And then you can go for the Buffalo for medium ice on all foes, or one foe, I guess. That's fine, too. And then we can go for a Cautious Cheer to just buff our defense and accuracy and evasion. And then you can go for another Matarunda to lower their attack, so now they can't do any damage to us, and we can do damage to them instead. I do need some attack buffs, though, so I will have to use an Inflaming Divinity on myself next turn, probably. And then I will go for maybe a Mahamon, that could be good, right? Okay, it's fine, I guess. And then you will go for the lowered accuracy base on the enemy, so they will miss us, and then it will be our turn once again. So Zanma will still hit, I guess. Normal hit. And then a Madoon, which he is fine. And then she recovered from the Mirage and has another defense down. But that's okay, because we did literally buff our defense before, and we'll go for an Omega critical to buff my attack tremendously with Carnage, or Severing Bite, which is basically Carnage Fang. And we do good damage, and you were almost dead, so I will have to go for the Sun's Radiance to heal. And then you will go for maybe another Mirage Shot on you, because I'll get the Mirage effect even if it is resisted, because it doesn't cut my turns anyway, so we're fine. I could just go for the Energy Drain here to get the HP and MP back, and then I'll go for another Severing Bite to kill. And then you will go for the Carnage Fang, which is basically Severing Bite, but again. And then you will go for, I think you block fire, I think. So I will avoid that and go for a Zanma instead to do pretty solid damage. And then just to test my theory, do you block fire? No, you don't. It's not weak though, so I don't really care. But you missed a Q target, which misses. Perfect. I should have seen that coming, actually. Barrage, while also having taunt, is just not a good combination. But I'll Inflaming Divinity myself to refresh my accuracy buff. I will pass, and then I will go for the Cautious Cheer to increase defense and accuracy. And then I will also go for Physical Block. And then I will go for probably another Inflaming Divinity, but I can also just go for the Draco Strike to extend the turn, do solid damage, and then go for the Witness Me to give the taunt effect on Yuzuru. And let's see what happens. Zyonga, critical, ow. Zyonga again, ow. Zyonga again. This took the target and missed, and then we get a block there due to the physical block. So you almost died, but I did technically play correctly there because no one died. So that is a good enough for me to be considered a perfect play there. We get the crit there. Fantastic. Wonderful. I also forgot to inflict ailments, but that doesn't matter because I'll still be buffed and do pretty solid damage. And by solid, I mean it's not really that much anyway, so I don't really care. But I will go for the Ice Draco Strike on you instead. And then maybe a fire move, perhaps. I don't know what you're weak to, but I will heal myself just to be safe. And let's see what happens. Zanma. Oh, of course. If you go for Zanma, then that only means that you're probably... Oh, wait, no, you also did some lightning moves, actually, so maybe I should probably play it safe and Slyglass just to be sure you're weak to Dark. Wonderful. Yoko does have some Dark moves, so I will go for Dark move to extend the turn. Okay, we can loop back around, so that means I can go for the Inflaming Divinity on that user to increase his stats, and then he will guard. Because he has all of the attacks directed to him, he will guard and then eliminate their opportunity effect, and there we go. They no longer have the crits, which means I resist the move, and then it is now back to my turn. And I'll go for the Severing Bite for a huge critical hit there, which then means I can probably just go for the Charge to increase damage later on. You can't really do much, so I will pass, and then you will go for the Maduna again into a Severing Bite, no crit, but I can just go for the Sun's Radiance to heal. And then you can go for a Dark Gem, because you can use items, because everyone can use items, why not, right? Dark Gem, and then finish off with a Madoon here, which probably might kill or not kill, who knows? And boom! No kill. That's fine, too. Zonga, that's fine. And then Zanma, also fine. Because we get the victory here with maybe a critical, but I really don't want to waste my critical, so I will just hit you normally until you're dead. So I'll just hit you a few times, and then we get the Carnage Fang kill right there, due to the charge buffing attack by 2. Or I don't know what the multiplier is, it might be 2. But we got Dark Gems, Dispel Charms, and 800 Maka out of it. Pretty simple fight. Could have gone faster if I switched out my teammates,
stop.
but...
Konsu and I have no intention of harming Miyazu.
But why, though?
I'm not falling for that. You won't get away with taking my sister.
Yeah, it's a good question. Why did you take her?
Miyazu is further in. You can see for yourself if you don't believe me.
Okay. And you're gone. But you didn't die, and you did drop something on the ground.
Matsuta seems to be safe for the time being. We have avoided a worst-case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think they would kill her. I mean, why would they?
But regardless of her physical well-being, it is still possible that Konsu could be planning to use her to become a Nahobino.
That's the more likely option. Why kill her when you can just become a Nahobino, right?
We should move forward and get a better understanding of the situation.
Though I don't know how effective that would be, because aren't the humans in control of the Nahobino form? Unless Konsu's a little different. And there's something on the ground where the demon disappeared. We obtained the Lady Talisman, which I do have some ladies, I think. I mean, they're obviously ladies, they're not classified as ladies, though. Allies of the lady race will now use the Magatsuki skill, Waters of Youth. How many ladies do I have, actually? Oh, 0. Great. No ladies, just femmes and Megamis. Oh. Yeah, we're in Minato right now, and there's just a whole new zone over here to the right, which means more glory points and more items as well, which I should probably check out the base first. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, maybe I should go to the objective to check out Miyazu first. Ooh,
stay alert.
it's like a reverse pyramid. Be careful, young man. I feel a sinister presence ahead. I fully recommend preparing before going further. Which I did actually save, so we should be okay. If I do die, though, I will probably just fast forward till I get to the next attempt, and let's fight the boss. Because sinister presence usually means boss, right? So, let's see what happens. Hopefully it's thumbnail material. Oh!
I am Konsu of Bethel, Egypt.
It's you!
What business do you have with me?
You're the blue guy I saw when I was fighting the other... Yeah, whatever. We're here for Miyazu. I'm not looking at you. You're not really blue.
Miyazu is coming with us.
You're kind of like greenish blue. What's that color? Teal? I don't know.
And after that, what exactly could you do for her? I have watched you and Miyazu for a very long time. Believe me, I understand that you want to keep her safe.
But yeah, I mostly recognize the hook on his hand.
Now that demons have invaded Tokyo, you simply don't have what it takes. I will be the one protecting Miyazu from now on.
Uh-huh.
Time to do the right thing as her brother. Time to stop putting her in danger.
The hell do you think you are? Stole her from the hospital? What kind of protector does that make you, huh, jackass?
Yeah, this guy's calling
Let's
him
go,
out.
Yuzuru! We got this guy! We'll get Miyazu by force if we have to!
I like design. He's saying what's on my mind.
So it has come to this.
Let's fight this fool with our spyglass. Alright, let's see if he goes first. Probably not, because I'm literally really fast and also high leveled. So let's go for the spyglass. So you are level 46. Divine Dismantlement. To one active party, all allies will gain the same buffs as the ally that became incapacitated. That's cool, I guess. Not really useful if you're the only guy, though. But you have Akadine, Hamon, Mahamon, Dark Sword, and Karnak, which is a unique heavy physical to all foes. This is dangerous. I need physical block, which Yoko does have. So first things first, I will switch into Yoshitsune, who resists physical. Also, nice music. Damn.
Let's go!
And then Ichiro Dazai will go for, I didn't even check your weaknesses, but you do resist fire. But I want to most importantly go for the Mirage, which is resisted, unfortunately. And you are weak to ice, so I will probably switch into someone who is ice. But first, before I do that, I will go for the physical block. And then I will go for the Inflaming Divinity on myself, or Yoshitsune. But I'll go for myself because I have good defenses now. Let's see what happens. So attack, which is blocked, perfect. And immediately eliminated your move. And now I will go for the Inflaming Divinity on Yoshitsune, and then hopefully I will save my Oma Kotoki effect for next turn when I do miss eventually with Yoshitsune. So we'll go for the critical damage there. I do nothing right now. Mirage shot perhaps? No Mirage, but I will change you out after I go for physical block again. And then you will switch out Yoko for someone else. I'm bringing in my Lamu simply because they have ice moves and also the ability to lower accuracy. Ice and accuracy down is what I mean. Okay, we have the light block due to the main character blocking light, which is fantastic. I have a very perfect setup here. And now I'll go for maybe the critical effect. Let's go for the critical moves into the... Ooh, Draco Strike actually would be pretty good. Nice. I don't really need to do it though. But I will go for the Hasatobi. Honestly, I probably should have gone for the Health Thrust instead because I'm guaranteed crit anyways. Mirage Shot, no Mirage. And then I'll go for the Silt of Ruin to lower the accuracy and evasion. And then go for the Severing Bite for huge 650 damage. And then I'll go for the Health Thrust to ignore Affinity and Resistances and also just do heavy damage. Mirage Shot again. Okay, we got a miss there, unfortunately. I wish Yoshitsune missed. We got normal hit there. And then Karnak, which is blocked by... No one died though, so that's perfect. But anyways, I will change you out into Idun, because Idun has heals, and also Ichiro wasn't really getting the Mirage off as I would hope, unfortunately. But we get the Hasatobi for the attacks here, and then Idun can go for the Golden Apple to buff everyone, and also refresh any buffs if we need to. And I'll go for another Silt of Ruin maybe, or Bufudine, just to extend the turn. And then I will probably use the Evergreen Dance to fill up the gauge, and then I will go for a Megaton Press to hopefully miss. No miss, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean I'll just go for another Golden Apple to fully buff Idun and then heal everyone to full, almost. Dark Sword, miss, because your action evasion is down thanks to Silt of Ruin and also my accuracy buffs. And then I'll go for another Evergreen Dance to hopefully get the gauge filled up to use a Bright Kugel on this turn perhaps. But I will also use a maybe Matarunda to lower your attack. I don't have defense down, unfortunately, but I could just go for maybe another Silt of Ruin to refresh the accuracy down. Go for a Draco Strike, and next turn we will use our critical effect, but I will just lower your defense to then go for a full Power Fry Kugel on the next turn. You're just getting your Matsui. Perfect! Because I will go for the Fry Kugel EX at maximum power. Almost, because your defense isn't fully lowered, but I don't care. Fry Kugel EX! Go! Boom! Not a kill, but that doesn't matter, because I have Draco Strike. And then I will go for another Draco Strike to fully lower your defense. And then Idun can go for maybe Matarunda, because you're going to hit me really hard. And I also have Golden Apple to refresh buffs, so that's also good. And then I'll go for the Bufudine to do pretty good damage. And then I will probably guard, though I don't really need it. Because of what I can do instead is go for the physical dampener, because all you can do is light moves and also physical moves. But if you can't kill the main character, who cares? I will simply just guard and see what happens. Mahamon, which is blocked by majority of us actually. Yeah, there we go. And we have this in the bag. Ice Draco Strike. And then you will do nothing because you literally have nothing but an attack. And then Edun can also attack. And then Lamu can also attack. And then we get the kill to finish off this Sister Stealer. And we get a Soma out of it. I like Somas.
Everyone, please stop fighting!
Thank you, Miyazu.
Miyazu! I'm so glad to see you. Are you okay?
I'm fine, Yuzuru. But please believe me. Konsu was just trying to protect me from the demons.
Why'd he fight us?
But...
I know. You're the one who's been protecting me this whole time. And you've sacrificed everything in your life just for me.
Exactly.
Sacrificed? That's not true at all. We're family. The only family we've got.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I sacrificed a lot of things.
I know. But I also know that I'm a burden on you. And I don't want to be anymore. Konsu will keep me safe. That way, you can start living for yourself.
Okay, what about the whole Nahobino thing, exactly?
And if I see that you can do that, then I think I can have hope for my future too. But if you're still worried about me, please help other people who are suffering like I am. I'm sorry you had to get involved in this too, but thank you for trying to help me.
I apologize as well. I should have done more to keep this peaceful.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm sure you understand the threat that the Kadishtu pose. Will you allow us to shelter Miyazu here?
Please take good care of my sister.
And we completed the quest to rescue Miyazu Atsuta. I probably should have done this sooner, but, I suppose now isn't too late, I suppose. And we got a lot of Maka out of it. Oh, damn. That's good.
There is something else I should tell you, Nahobino.
Yeah?
You are aware that Abdiel is currently commanding Bethel's forces against the Demon King, correct?
Yeah, I did talk to some NPCs that were talking about it.
Well, it appears another Archangel may be making a move.
There's another? Which one?
His name is Mastema.
Never heard of him. He wasn't in Shin Megami Tensei 3.
Archangel Mastema.
At least I don't think he was.
You might consider him a shadow operative of Bethel, taking the dirtier jobs in the name of God, even commanding demons. I am certain he is working behind the scenes to hunt down the Kadishtu.
When do we see Metatron? Oh, obtained Angel Feather.
If you use that, you should be able to meet with Mastema. It may be worth your while to speak with him, seeing as how you share a common goal.
I suppose we could do that. Hey, it's where we, started the zone, I suppose. Or not really started the zone. I mean, it's kind of like where we
Thanks,
got the
everyone,
objective anyway. Anyways.
for helping me with Miyazu. I guess she's stronger than I ever gave her credit for. She doesn't need me anymore.
Not entirely true.
Yuzuru, that's...
Sorry, Yuzuru. I couldn't help much. And he ended up doing most of the work.
Kind of true.
You don't have to be sorry. If there's anyone who wasn't able to help Miyazu, it was me. I have to think about the last thing she said to me.
Yuzuru.
Hey, do you have a moment?
I have a lot of moments.
Back there, Konsu said he'd protect her, and we basically just took him at his word.
Yeah.
It's a risk. Do you think we can really afford to believe a demon's promises?
Okay, but what about the whole
Or
Nahobino
not.
thing?
You know what demons can be like. Would we be fools to trust them?
That's what I'm saying. It was like, didn't he literally want to become a Nahobino? Well, they can't be trusted.
Huh. They're actually a lot like humans, aren't they? Some are easy to trust, and some are a different matter altogether. Sorry, I guess that all came out of nowhere.
No, you brought up a good point.
Hey, look, are you gonna go see the Archangel after this?
Hey, might as well, right?
'Cause if you are, would you mind taking me with you?
Yeah, sure, if you level up.
Me too. I want to know what Bethel HQ's thinking.
I'd like to join as well. Is that all right?
Yeah, we got a whole human gang. Of course, I guess. I'm not gonna be rude, though.
Then once we're all ready, let's go.
Young man, I would like to ask for your opinion on recent events.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Yuzuru Atsuta had been fighting to protect Tokyo from demons for the purpose of keeping Miyazu, his only family, safe.
Yeah.
But his actions created an unintended byproduct, namely an emotional burden on his sister. This led her to leave him and go with Konsu. Human feelings are complex, and it is difficult to ascertain correct courses of action. I am curious as to your thoughts on the matter of Yuzuru and his sister.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for Yuzuru.
So your focus is more on Yuzuru. That is understandable, as he is your friend. Everything he had done up until now had been for the sake of keeping his sister safe, and that purpose gave him strength. But now, his sister has chosen to leave him. I can't help but wonder what will ultimately become of him. The human heart is difficult to understand. Even if both sides want what's best for each other, a desirable solution cannot always be reached. But despite that, I believe having such unconditional love and compassion for another is a remarkable quality.
Anyways, Yuzuru Atsuta left the party. But we can now have a conversation with the Demon Haunt, which means another power-up for the main character. Let's go to it. After I get out of Tokyo, I guess, because there's no Demon Haunts here. But we get another power-up, and after so much time alongside you, I think I have a better grasp on the workings of a human heart. Even taking actions in another's name isn't guaranteed to make that person happy. I understand that pain now. I would rather you remain shielded from the pain that Yuzuru and Miyazu Atsuta felt.
What do you think?
That's why I wanted to talk with you, and make sure I'm fully aware of how you feel. Your powers of Anahobino have arisen. And of course, that will go immediately into my strength stat, so I can be at 67. I could also increase my luck, but I don't really care. Anyways, yeah, sure, power up as well, I suppose. Oh, cool, a drastic increase. And it's agility. I suppose it's fine. Support potential, more agility, and also a new skill here, Dragon Eye, which greatly raises the accuracy. Why would I ever use this? Because I literally want to miss with Yubi Nagashi. So, get out of here. But last but not least, there is still the objective over here that I need to complete, so let me just go to this cutscene real quick.
Hey.
And say, why are you here, Dazai? Do you have some business with the Archangel?
Huh?
It's just all this stuff with Yuzuru and his sister. I don't get it anymore. It wasn't wrong for Yuzuru to want to save his sister, right? So why can't they agree? Was there some right answer I'm not seeing here? Dazai?
Yo.
I just can't stop thinking about it. Angels always do what's right, and that's like their whole point, right? And an Archangel, they gotta know how to be strong and serve justice. So I'm hoping I can talk it out with this Archangel, Mastima.
Huh.
Well, I won't stop you. I'm just not sure you'll come out of it still believing in the angels.
Hey, come on.
What do you mean? Master Archangel's not gonna do anything bad. Back me up, isn't it, Okami?
That's true.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
If you say so. Anyways, our objective is up ahead. So yeah, pretty much this whole entire cutscene side story here was just to,
I think this is the place Konsu was talking about.
Yeah, I kind of explored a little bit
Well,
of it.
then let's see if we can summon Mastema.
Yeah, sure, we can summon Mastema. This'll surely go right. Surely. What is that, a feather? That's pretty cool, I guess. Oh, it's bright, my eyes! Oh, it's just that easy. Hello, Mastema. Oh, you got bright blue eyes, though. You're freaky looking.
Oh? And who is this? Are you messengers for Bethel, Egypt?
You could say that.
No, we're with the Japanese branch. Konsu lent us the means to summon you.
Indeed. Then let us speak as allies. I am Mastema, an angel in service to the Kingdom of Light. Now, what business do you have with me?
Yeah, let's do this first.
My intentions? Ah, I see. I am here in search of a wretched band of demons known as the Kadishtu.
Well, great, that clears things up.
They are beings of darkness, and a grave threat to this world's peace. Our Lord weeps every moment they yet wander free.
So surely you'll help me, right?
Because they're attacking people and gathering Magatsuhi?
Precisely. Even across the seas in my land of origin, they have schemed in shadows, spreading chaos in their blighted wake. It was in pursuit of them that I arrived in Japan. Yet even now they elude their judgment. However, I suspect they visit this land often. Thus have I been maintaining a careful watch here. They would use it as the staging ground for their vile plan, to summon forth a malevolent being who will rebel against our Lord.
They're trying to fight God?
Indeed. I had hoped that I could apprehend them as they made their move, and so thwart their dark designs.
So are we going to talk about how his wings are kind of dark, and like, they look kind of like, what, crow wings, raven wings, whichever one it was.
However,
was this guy
given
tearing
recent
people to salt?
developments, I judged that I could no longer afford to lie in wait.
This guy probably turns people to salt.
I could allow them no further progress toward their aims. Thus, I resolved to cut off their supply of Magatsuhi. You see, those demons choose their targets carefully. Their human targets are handpicked to win them vast amounts of Magatsuhi. In other words, without humans they have no source of it, and thus no hope of fruition. What do you think? A perfect countermeasure, no?
So that's why he turns people to salt?
What do you mean, without humans?
I think I'm onto it.
Is it not obvious? If humans cannot express their negative emotions, then they will not produce Magatsuhi.
What are you getting at?
It should be simple enough to demonstrate.
Bro, what? I just got him at the party.
Guys, help!
But I knew it. He was the salt man. And he starts to salt. That's not permanent, is it?
And thus, another source of Magatsuhi is beyond their grasp.
Okay, but who's the fortune teller, actually? Because we know who the salt man is.
Yet peace. I will return him soon enough.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. If you return him, fine.
But I trust you now understand the situation. Some humans have even allied themselves with those demons in their quest for Magatsuhi. If those agents of chaos succeed in calling their malevolent avatar, the entire human world will suffer. Surely a few sacrifices are nothing in comparison.
I understand that, but still.
Hold on. In that case, what if we beat the Kadishtu ourselves?
Which we can do.
Oh? A fascinating idea if possible. That would certainly be a joyous outcome for all concerned.
Yeah, we beat the Kadishtu, you turn people not into salt. Is that a good plan?
I admit I took no pleasure in turning the people to salt. I even hesitated at the last. If you were instead to strike down those vile demons, I could hardly object to such bold measures. You, Tao, and Yoko, was it? I pray for your success in bringing those agents of evil to justice. What is it?
Those demons have appeared near Shinjuku. Our angels are currently engaging them.
Well, well, is that so? We could not ask for better timing. Might I have you join them on the field?
Perhaps.
Dazai, was it? Be not afraid, my child. Let us return you to your natural and destined state.
Some kind of staring contest.
I can hear it cry. The voice of your soul reaches out to the heavens to beg for salvation. I shall free you from the pain and worry that plagues your heart. Be not afraid, for what awaits is grander.
Oh, cool. He's no longer salt. But
should you so desire it, I shall grant unto you the power of the just, the power to repel evil in the light-blessed name of our Lord.
Is he getting some kind of awakening
You shall
power boost?
smite the demons that array before you. The malevolent and the unjust shall fall by your righteous hand.
If he gets a power up, that's great.
Power like unto the Nahobino.
But there's a catch, right?
Me? I could be like him?
Indeed. Young Ichiro, heart and soul as pure as light. You could hold the power of absolute justice. It could be yours. Is this not as you have always desired? Close your eyes. And prepare to receive our blessing, Ichiro.
Are they about to fuse? I guess we'll never know. Not until we see them again.
What's going on?
I can't believe it. Is the angels turning people into salt? Yeah, I kind of figured that. Do you get it now, Tao? That's just how the angels do things. The Creator and the angels make the rules in this world, so they can think they get to decide the fate of all humanity. Well, the fate of everyone. I mean, you saw what they did the same thing to the Village of the Fairies.
Hey.
You still think what they're doing is right? Do you really think humanity can be happy in this world? Yeah, even so, I still want to believe this world has a future. How?
That's true.
What the angels are doing is wrong, I agree with that. But everyone makes mistakes. Even if we don't agree now, with time we can be better. And then, someday, angels and humans, maybe even demons, can all come together in understanding. That's ridiculous. You seriously think that's possible? I do, and it's nearly impossible alone, but I've got Lenogia, I've got you, and I've got so many other friends. If we put all our powers together, there's nothing we can't do. I truly believe that. The power of friendship.
Sounds good.
You really are something, Tao. You never waver, even if reality's against you. We'd better move, and we have to find the Kaddish too. Well, lucky for you guys, I've actually completed the investigation of the Salt Incidents. And also 8,000 Maka, that's pretty cool too. I really should have done this earlier. But anyways. So on the next episode, we'll head north in this zone right here, and then see what's going on with this world. With our new power and team, we can do anything. Why are you looking at me? Okay, you're not looking at me more. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you had fun as much as I did, because we got some story done, and even if we were over level for it, we got another menorah as well in the process, and a few abscesses as well, which means I need to, again, search for more glory points, which I hope I will find the merchant who sells me the location of the glory points in the next episode as well. So, as I slide down here, I hope you guys had a very good, wonderful day. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.